Hello friends, I hope you all are doing absolutely well. I hope you have liked and listened to the previous podcast that was on SA 200, that is overall objective of independent auditor and conduct of audit in accordance with standards of auditing. In this standard, we are going to learn SA 210, agreeing the terms of engagement. So you have to listen it very carefully. You can listen it anywhere, anytime, because it is very simplified language. You can listen it while sleeping, you can listen it while driving, or when you are bored at some place. So let's start. So what are the objective of this essay, that is essay 210? The objective is to determine whether to accept or continue an audit engagement only when the basis upon which it is to be performed has been agreed with the client. Means I have to do an audit at your place. Firstly, I have to decide the terms of engagement with you, that what I have to perform, till what extent I have to perform. ठीक है? Agreeing the terms of engagement, we have to see at two levels. First, at the beginning of the audit and during the course of audit. So we will study one by one. So सबसे पहले during the course of audit we have to see initial audit engagement. Means इससे पहले I haven't done audit at your place. First time I am doing audit at your place. So that is initial audit engagement. So I have to see whether limitations are imposed by the management on me or not. ठीक है, देखना है कि आपने मुझ पे लिमिटेशंस डाले हैं या नहीं डाले. अगर मैनेजमेंट ने मुझ पे ऑडिट करते समय लिमिटेशन इम्पोज किए हैं, देन आई विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट योर ऑडिट एंगेजमेंट, और आई विल नॉट carry forward with the audit. If no audit limitations have been imposed by the management, I have to see some preconditions must exist while accepting the audit. Sir, what are the preconditions? First, we have to see whether the financial reporting framework is acceptable to that entity or not. Okay. Second, we have to see that there are certain responsibilities of management and those charged with the governance that are being accepted by them or not. What are the responsibilities of management and those charged with the governance that they must accept? That the preparation and presentation of financial statement are the responsibility of management. Exercising necessary internal control to enable the preparation of financial statement that are free from material misstatement. To provide the auditor access to all relevant information. Additional information that the auditor requests from the management should also be provided to the auditor. Unrestricted access to the person within the entity should be given to the auditor. If these preconditions are existed, then I will accept the audit. And if these preconditions are not existed, then I will not accept the audit, and I will discuss with the management if they are willing to change or willing to accept their responsibility, and we are willing to change the financial reporting framework according to the law and regulation. After that, recurring audit means I have done audit at your place before the term is over. So I have to the 5-year term is over, then I have been appointed again to audit at your place. So I will decide the revision of terms of engagement, is it necessary or not. Second, I will remind the entity regarding the audit terms and engagement that were decided or that was agreed upon before. Then I will analyze the agreed terms of engagement is required to change or not. If it is required to be changed, then I will send a new engagement letter to the person where I have to go to audit. If it is not required, then I will not do any new engagement letter. I will continue with the existing engagement letter. So when are the conditions when the engagement letter should be should need to be changed. Circumstances requiring revision in terms. Indications that the entity misunderstand the objective and the scope of audit. Second, revised or special terms of engagement. Third, recent change of senior management. Fourth, significant change in ownership. Fifth, significant change in nature or size of the entity's business. Sixth, change in legal or regulatory requirement. Seventh, change in financial reporting framework adopted in the preparation of financial statement. 8. The change in other reporting requirements. In such situations, there are need to revise the terms. If during the course of audit you have accepted the terms of engagement, but during the course of audit, if the management requests to change the terms, then you have to determine its effect on the level of assurance and take reasonable justification, and see whether you have satisfied with the justification that they are giving. Then record that terms in the new engagement letter. And if you are not satisfied with the change in the engagement terms, then do not accept the change. And if after you have not accepted the terms, still the management allows you to continue with the audit, then it's well and good. If they refuses to continue with the new existing terms and condition, then withdraw and report to appropriate authority. सो थैंक यू सो मच. अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया होगा तो प्लीज़ लाइक करिए, शेयर करिए आपके दोस्तों के साथ, and please comment down below and like the video so I will get motivated for new podcast to be uploaded soon. Thank you so much. Keep smiling and study hard.